It's week 2 of the NFL, and we're watching the longtime star, Bobby Wagner, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Commanders and the Broncos on EA Sports.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in week 1.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And this would be his second NFL start. Last week was about what you'd expect to see from a rookie quarterback. Had some good moments, but not enough to lead his guys to victory. Now we'll have to see how he handles adversity because on the college level, he didn't lose a whole lot of games.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Broncos, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points, and if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
On first down, they look downfield, and it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
To throw on 3rd down, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
A man who was lost for the year in week 4 last season. Here's Javonte Williams. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Nifty footwork at the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 33 yards that time. Operating from the gun, Nix. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Williams. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Off play action. Nix. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On first down, Daniels completes to Zacchaeus. And That's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. When you look at this Bronco defense, this unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
We know it's only week one, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
That's an early scrambler to be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Aaron Browning coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
And Aaron Browning really looked like he put it together last season, playing more as a pass rusher. Injuries interrupted his breakout season, but he still finished with 5 sacks and has the ceiling for a whole lot more.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Taken in at the 11. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The numbers for Williams a week ago, 22 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he stopped immediately there.
He was taken down by Bobby Wagner.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Nix able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nix. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there at 22.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They run with a former Bengal. It's Samaje Perine. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Josh Reynolds, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns. So this offensive unit, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Shoves him aside. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of. space, they get him free.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They were winners last week defeating the Raiders, and right now they're in the driver's seat here as they start off 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Screen play set up for Williams. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Throwing on 1st down. Nix. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Ryan. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Off the play fake. Nix. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 51-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Washington offense back out there. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw. Daniels. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Daniels. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. And quickly they get to the line. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Daniels. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st down, Daniels sets up the screen to Robinson. pushing through the contact. He's got room at the 30, and he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Olamide Zaccheaus as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
A final shot before break. Nix. He'll air this one out for Mims. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where it was the Bills who pick up the victory at home. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. From there, we take the trip across Lake Erie to check on the Lions at home in Detroit. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. Jamison Williams, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. The Jaguars with 2 straight wins to start the season as they get the win at home there. These 2 teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Broncos offense set to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half They didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Now a handoff to Rodriguez. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Nice job holding them out of the end zone on 3rd down. I think you need to give a big assist to this crowd. Yeah, they're really rallying them, aren't they? They're behind them the whole way. And they get that little bit of extra motivation when you're in a tough situation. Let's see what happens here on 4th down if they go for it. Can the crowd help them one more time? Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So they get nothing on 1st down, just back to the 1. They need some room to operate.
They certainly do, because you know they're going to be aggressive on the defensive side. They're going to come after you. So you practice this in OTAs, you practice this in mini camp, you practice this in preseason camp. 1 first down gives your punter room. 2 first downs is what you're seeking in order to make sure you flip the field a little bit.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To throw from his end zone, Nix. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Extra point try now for Patterson. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action. Nix. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Now a 1st down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Down the left sideline, and he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A huge play there on the screen pass, and even 40 yards. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all of the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake, got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
Throwing on 1st down. Nix. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And they're going to speed things up here. Williams. Will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, we also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL. A complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it. And he gets it done.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun. Daniels. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run here with Rodriguez. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man, it's Rodriguez. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! Chris Rodriguez with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Denver's offense now set to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. How about Jonathan Allen there pushing upfield to make the stop behind the line? This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, Nix throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
On 2nd down, Williams. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Nix. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he can just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a 4th down.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. His throw incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards to play.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Rodriguez. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Operating from the gun, Daniels. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Well, he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run it again with Williams. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Off the play fake. Nix to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Back to throw. Nix. This is caught by Williams. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead and pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now Washington down by 6. A little under a minute 50 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Able to find Ertz, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Plenty of time, and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. First and 10 here. Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back to throw. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here we go, first and goal. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now it's the Broncos' turn. Trailing by a point, 44 seconds to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. He's back to throw. It's complete to Williams. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Guys ready to get it on right now?
Here comes 2nd down and 5. They'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Another run on 2nd down. Try to cover up. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. As the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. running short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. And it is caught. And he's across from a late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the fourth quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Able to find Mims. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
On 1st down, Nix. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Commanders, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head down to Miami to take on the Dolphins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.